Wow. Hi guys, this is Tabiasobi, and today we're taking on everyone's favorite dreadlocked punching bag, the Great Jagras. Basically, after seeing its family tree sliced, stabbed, pummeled, shot, and dooted to oblivion, the Jagras Animal Brotherhood of reggae Olympians nodding incessantly, or jabroni for short. I'm sorry, that's the best I could come up with in short notice. Yeah, they decided to bring out their heavy hitter, the Greatest Jagras. Because revenge is a dish best served not just cold, but ginormously. Now, after pointing and laughing at the giant moss wine from the special Moss Wining and Dining event, then proceeding to see my hunter's life flash before my very eyes after one hit, well, I ain't taking any chances with this ginormous Great Jagras. That's right, I'm bringing out the big guns. Literally. Say hello to my little friend, the Magda Gemitus too. That's right. That's because this Zora Magdaros heavy bowgun is one of my favorite weapons in this game, largely because it lets me relive and combine two of my favorite playstyles as a gunner main back in Monster Hunter Tri, status cycling or chaining, plus crag, or I guess these days sticky ammo spamming is what they call it. Granted, I was using light bowguns for that purpose back then. Also, the Magda Gemitus can't rapid-fire explosive shots like my beloved Demon's Isle from Tri. On the plus side, the Magda Gemitus can do full status chaining and explosive gunning in one package. I mean, not only can this thing poison, sleep, paralyze, and KO, you can also blow stuff up with sticky and cluster ammo. Not even Rasputin stands a chance against this sucker. Admittedly, it's not going to be as efficient as fully committing to a specific ammo type, like a spread optimized or cluster optimized build, for example. But boy, is it a lot of fun. Let us see how this goes. So I got Feline Pyro from the canteen, so I can just use a large barrel bomb here instead of a mega. my gosh, it's spitting out what it ate, but the range and splash zone is just crazy. It also looks like he drops a bunch of materials when he belches out his food, so maybe that ties into the event somehow. Okay, let's see what we've got here. So the Jagras materials are actually phase stones. And there's like a ton of them. So there you go. If you want to farm phase stones to acquire or use as melding material, this hunt gives you a buttload of them. Okay, so that roar is scaring me a little bit because I'm worried about the Greatest Jagras chaining it and then holding me in place. And then I get one hit KO'd if he mauls me as a gunner. Plus, I've never really had to worry about the Great Jagras roars before, so I'm not 100% sure about the evasion timing for it. So, I'm going to switch to my Wyvern Ignition Greatsword focus set with max earplugs, and maybe use traps and mounting to hold it in place so I can hit it with several true charge attacks. Yep, I'm going to cheese it a little bit. Actually, maybe more than a little bit. Okay, so some quick observations from my first couple of hunts of the Greatest Jagras. First, it is like a truck. When using my Magda heavy bowgun set with max vitality jewels, for example, moves with huge impact like his belch attack leave me with just like a sliver of health. So it could basically one-shot you as a gunner if you don't have that extra health, depending on what gear you're wearing. Speaking of health, this giant Great Jagras also has more health than your average Great Jagras, so it'll take a bit more time to whittle it down. One more thing, the Greatest Jagras is also huge, so big in fact that it makes Deviljho look a bit ordinary when they stand side by side, especially after the Jagras has chowed down on food. In fact, the Greatest Jagras isn't just Deviljho's chew toy anymore. I actually saw it knock down a Deviljho to the ground, and I've gotten video to prove it. Just swiped it down with a paw swipe. The exercise also means you need to be more careful, as its attacks cover a lot more ground, making your window to evade them a bit tighter. Even this regular paw swipe has some pretty good distance. He still telegraphs the moves so you can avoid them easily, but that changes if you get locked down beforehand. His roar, for example, is more powerful than a regular Great Jagras, and I noticed that the earplugs you get from a drumming palico isn't enough to protect you from it. So basically you'll need higher level earplugs to negate it. Now the set I was using happened to have max earplugs, so that took care of the problem for me. Also, watch out for its attacks that pound on the ground because they can cause tremors. They can lock you down and prevent you from moving too if you're not careful. When I was using my Magda heavy bowgun set that didn't have earplugs and tremor resistance, for example, I got blocked several times by roars and tremors, and it made the fight a bit miserable when the monster got close. The good news is that it still has a huge weak spot, and the giant Great Jagras is still highly susceptible to all sorts of attacks. So stuff like poison, paralysis, sleep, and KO. Also, while you mostly get glowing and mysterious face stones from its belch attack, you can also get worn and warped face stones from the mission rewards. As part of the rewards, you also get a foe ticket 3, which you can use for new layered armor such as the Skull Mask and Kotsi Kuluyaku head. Anyway, there you go, a quick preview of the Greatest Jagras hunt. So what's your favorite weapon and armor combination for hunting the Greatest Jagras? As always, feel free to leave any thoughts, questions, or your own tips in the comments section. Once again, this is Tabi Asobi, and thank you for watching.